I came from the last generation of cops who did not have tasers as a standard part of their daily carry. It didn't happen until later on in my career, and you actually had to go hands-on when something went out of whack. We lifted weights, we trained martial arts. This was before Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was a competitive wrestler, so I had that background, and we took care of ourselves. We made sure that the very first rung on the ladder of use of force, the continuum, which was command presence, was evident. You walked up, you looked the part. You looked squared away, and so when the subject looked at you, went, man, I don't want to fuck around with this guy. That was the initial way that you got use of force to just nullify any requirement for being able to go hands-on. But here we are in America today. Here we are. DEI, 30 by 30, fat on-duty cops who have a problem with department policies creating fitness standards by saying it takes away their constitutional freedoms to happiness and all this shit. We have now created the lowest standard threshold possible for cops to be able to shoot you and get away with it. More than ever. Just look every day. You see a female cop who's scared for her safety, she goes right to her pistol. You see a female cop who the taser doesn't work on a subject, goes right to her pistol. You see a fat, male, out-of-shape cop who's losing the fight because 15 seconds has gone by and his body has no oxygen, he can go right to the pistol. And command staff is fine with it. Graham v. Connor bases it on the objectable reasonableness of an officer to say, yeah, you could shoot him. And the public supports them because back the blue. Fuck around and find out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We have lowered the standards so insanely. The fruit is beyond low with these abhorrent, subpar police on the street. You as a citizen are about to be killed. It's not hyperbole. It's not something that I'm sensationalizing. You see it every day. We saw with the Mustang chief of police who just set the standard on his officer shooting and murdering a suspect because she didn't know it was in his hands. Not that she could articulate that there was an edged weapon or a projectile weapon or a rock in her hands that could cause her death or great bodily harm. It was she didn't know it was in her hands. We saw the Harris County Sheriff deputy murder the man at the gas station because her fat, out-of-shape partner couldn't put him into custody. She couldn't help, so she went right to her pistol and she shot and murdered a man. No criminal charges. We saw the Arkansas State Trooper who, after a 6-minute struggle with a man she pulled out of a car because he couldn't hear her sirens blaring or see the lights going off, he just kept driving for about 60 seconds. She chose to fight him. He resisted. She couldn't take him into custody. She took her pistol out, grazed his head, and held him at gunpoint after 6 minutes because she couldn't do the job. And the public all supports these people because clearly the bad guy should have just not resisted. Never mind, we say police should meet the standards that meet the threshold for use of force. We dumb it down and we lower it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are arriving at the point in society where police can kill you. They're clearly getting away with murder. We do not criminally charge police for shit, and we need to. More police need to face the death penalty for violating the civil rights of the people. Maybe this way, you fat fucks would hit the gym. Maybe this way, some of you females would say, shit, I'm not risking it. I don't belong in this job. Maybe this way, some of you would say, I need to up my law knowledge and my standards before I go face a jury and potentially execution or life in prison for violating somebody's civil rights. We don't do that. We need to. Here's another example. Aurora police officer shoots a subject after a struggle in a parking lot. I ask you to evaluate this. I ask you to take the standard. And I don't know what you are as a man, as a woman. I ask if you're in shape, if you could fight, if you train. I ask you to put yourself in the shoes of this police officer. And if you justify what he did versus are like me and say, are you out of your fucking mind? Because this is where the standards of police are in America right now. And sadly, you're about to face a nation of officers who can kill you anytime they want. And the government and the people are going to back them. Let's watch.
Tell me exactly what happened. So we have a guy that we've given a couple waters, and he's just sitting in the office, but he seems like he's off some type of drug or something, and there's another lady in there that's working, and she's feeling uncomfortable.
Do you think he needs an ambulance or just somebody to come out and check on him?
Just somebody to come check on him. I don't think he needs an ambulance.
Trying to get him to get off my lot. He's not talking. He's walking in and out of my office, trying to unlock people's car doors. I've placed a call to you guys already about a gentleman on my lot. He's trying to fight myself and a couple of my employees. They told me to call if anything changes with this gentleman.
I'm in the office. Okay, so he's trying to fight with you now?
He's trying to fight me and my employees, a couple of my other employees.
I'll be making contact with this individual. Hey man, what's going on today? Where are your shoes at? You need to talk to me? You need to tell me what's wrong? What's going on today? Huh? Well, I don't know. Why are you back in this gate? Huh? Why don't you have any shoes on? Don't be messing with that. Don't be messing with that. Quit. Stop messing with that. Do you know how to listen to what I'm telling you to do? Huh? Okay, you need to leave. Back off of me. Shoot, help, start me, emergency cover. Get back, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, dude. Get back. Get off me, man. What are you doing? Come on. You're not in trouble. What? You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble, man. Step it up, step it up. Hey, man, help me! Fucking politician. Huh? Get back. Get back. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. I'm going to shoot you if you do not get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now! Stop! Get back! I am gonna fucking shoot you, dude! Back up! Get down! 212, shots fired. Stay down! Put your hands out! Shots fired. I'm okay. Suspect is down. He got my magazines off my belt. We tussled on the ground for a while. I need fire hot. I need more cars here.
We need to start charging our police with murder. This police officer needs to be charged with murder. There was no articulable reason to wind up going to deadly force. Now with a space that wide open, now with a subject you could hear giggling and clearly is inferior and doesn't have the intent to cause death or great bodily harm. He was a kid fucking around with a cop, screwing around, mental health subject. But we have a cop who is physically inferior because this cop is weaker. This cop is not in shape. And because we allow that, because we keep saying that fitness standards are not required in the department, the unions fight to make sure that chief of police cannot implement those because of these standards. You guys are not required to do jujitsu. You're not required to lift weights. You're not required to this. Because of that, we allow our police to murder people because they have no personal standards. This has to change. There is far too much evidence on a nonstop basis on social media of cops going right to their pistol because they can't fucking fight. The taser doesn't work. The taser wasn't existed when I first got on. We went hands on. The baton didn't work. We didn't use the fucking baton. It was our hands and our handcuffs. That was it. And we were 100% successful 100% of the time because we did the job because we were fucking men who could. But this is where we're at. Fat, lazy, unwilling, out of shape males who do not take the job or the profession seriously, and females who are inept. They are physically inferior. It's fucking showtime and me, TikTok bullshit, and the citizen suffers. I am calling for the prosecution more and more, the criminal prosecution of police officers who knowingly refuse to hold themselves to a higher fitness standard, tactical standard, who do not train and they apply deadly force. And then when they take a person's life, I want criminal investigation into it. And if a Fourth Amendment violation is found, due process violation is found, I want them executed under capital punishment. This is what I'm calling for. I'm calling for death penalty on cops who do not take their profession seriously. And ultimately, what happens is the citizen dies because of the cop's lazy, fat, personal lack of standards, personal integrity to get into a job they're not qualified to do, also they can get a TikTok channel and promote their own skincare line. And this is the bullshit we're at today. I'm coming after all of you chiefs, all of you sheriffs, everyone who refuses to hold your people to the highest standard possible. I'm coming after all of you. I'm going to expose all of you in your departments. End of story. We are at war with the police because the police are not upholding their oath. This cop needs to be charged with murder. He murdered a subject instead of doing their job. This has to change. And until it changes, the police cannot be trusted in America. That's it.